Yo, what up? I'm on this joint for a good time, not a long time. But I was just sitting back thinking and shit about the world as a whole, from music to all kinds of shit. And I'm on this I like one of these pages. It's a Gen X page, and a lot of nostalgic things pop up. And it was talking about the new Axel Foley movie, of which I like. I think it was pretty good. As a matter of fact, I think it would have been good enough to be in the movie theaters. That's how good it was to me. But it was certain parts of it I didn't like. I didn't appreciate. And it's just reminded me about the modern day B-Dub and how they think and how they act. The ABW, of which a lot of them, the way they think nowadays is just like they're walking around in a haze with applesauce for brains. And then I look at the world as a whole, to where now we celebrate. It's like the world has been turned, especially America, has been turned into one big alternative school. Y'all remember back in the day, in high school, there was a part of the high school called alternative school, which was like in the back of the building. I don't know what it is, and I don't know if that's what they call it in every state, but in Illinois, they used to call it alternative school, which basically meant special ed for a lot of kids that didn't know how to conduct themselves in like regular class, bad tempers, always getting in fights, always on the fringe of getting expelled at any given moment. Throw them in the back of the school, an alternative school, away from the normal kids. But it just seems like the whole world has been turned into one big alternative school, to the point where and it could be like a normal conversation with people. And it's mainly with a lot of black people that engage in this stupid crap, this nonsense, this foolishness. If you sound like you too smart, you ain't even got to be doing it on purpose. If you sound like, nowadays, if you can complete a sentence over and over and over, and all of a sudden, you damn near spit a paragraph. Wait a minute. You trying to be a smart nigga? Nah, I'm just talking regular. What is wrong with y'all? It's like it's so cool. They made it to where the dumber you are, the more nasty and ratchet and debaucherous and just who can say the most outlandish, nastiest things get celebrated the most in hip hop. But one thing that people are not seeing and realizing is that whole spell is starting to fall off, starting to fade away a little bit. Not fast enough, in my opinion, but I'm starting to see little cracks and chinks in the armor. You could even see chinks in the armor as far as the upcoming election that's happening. Now, all these years since Trump became president the first time in 2016, all the way up until the recent debate between Trump and Biden, the media has been lockstep with the Biden administration. He couldn't say no wrong, do no wrong. He's fine, nothing to look at over here. Everything's fine. And now, after that debate, when the world was watching. Millions of people was watching. Over 10 million in the US alone. And everybody saw the Crypt Keeper standing next to Trump. Everybody saw the truth for a change. Now, mainstream media no longer has the canopy of the Biden administration to hide under. Now they want to slide from under that canopy and act like they were not part of the problem these last 4 years plus. Because when Trump was in office, they was trying to subvert his presidency too. They was trying to cut him off at the knees. Orange man bad. Orange man bad. He's this, he's that. Get him out of there. Impeach him. Impeach him. And the whole time Biden is there, they've spent all their time trying to cover for him. And now they can't. So now they're trying to separate themselves because they want to, in their mind, preserve the shred of dignity when it comes to journalism that they lost a long time ago, in my opinion. But in their mind, that's what they think they're doing by separating themselves from the Biden administration. Because they know this man should not be leading this country. This man should not be leading a daycare, let alone a whole country. But see, even with that, you're starting to see now the mainstream media is finally, when it comes to Biden and the Democrats, they're finally being objective because they don't have a choice. The curtain has been pulled back. Now they gotta, if they want to maintain their status and the few people that still actually watch them and believe what they say, talking to mainstream media, now they have to be totally objective because everybody saw that debate. There's no more hiding. This is what I mean when you're starting to see the chinks in the armor, all the lies from the left. Spotify just took down over 30 million streams of Megan Thee Stallion. Caught her using bots. This is what I mean. Starting to be chinks in the armor. Starting to see cracks within the veil. You really think Megan Thee Stallion was the only one using bots? Kendrick just got exposed for using bots during his beef with his battle with Drake. I think personally, I don't have nothing to go on. This is my opinion. When it was revealed that Kendrick was using bots in the Drake beef, I think people started looking closer to all these artists' streams, especially the ones that can't even fill venues when they go on tour. Sexy Red. She's on the verge of canceling her tour because ain't nobody buying her tickets. So who put her in that position? Just another part of the problem. You put these ratchet heifers in these positions. Nobody really buys their music. Nobody supports their music like that. And it's showing. The veil has been lifted and the sun is starting to shine through. This is why the one thing I do agree that Joe Budden said like a little while ago, the era of these ratchet stripper thotty women, when they was dominating the music industry, the hip hop industry, that time is done. That time is over. And you start to see that now. Because like I said, Megan ain't the only one with bots boosting her streams up to make her seem like she's a better artist than she actually is. She ain't got skills like that. And she's not the first because technically Kendrick was, but she's not gonna be the last either, because whenever Cardi B put out her music, she gonna be under the same microscope. Are you using bots to boost up your streams, Cardi? Maybe these are questions we need to ask. And maybe this is how we get all this crap off the radio and we can actually get hip hop back to its truest form of embracing people that like to be smart, creative, true art, which obviously would permeate through the black community. Because right now there's too much embracing of being just dumb and ignorant and stupid. All of a sudden that's cool. It's the cool thing to do. Be an idiot. Tell people what color your butthole is. That's the cool thing to do now. At least that was the imagery that they wanted to put in everybody's face. Then the truth came out. What's Sexyy Red sell? First, 2 weeks her new album was out, 27,000 copies or something like that? And a lot of that probably is because of that song that Drake was featured on. So imagine if he wasn't on that. Talk about going double wood. Her album went triple aluminum foil. It's kind of crazy what we're starting to see if you're really paying attention to the shift that's starting. I see it. And I feel it. And it's hard to explain. I mean, I gave a few examples, but if you're not really looking, if you don't have the keen eye to see certain things, you'll miss it. It'll go over your head. You won't even notice it. You'll think the current environment we in it's been the same way for the last 10 plus years, and in your mind you'll think it's business as usual. Just it is what it is. But it is what it ain't right now. If you're paying attention, you can see it, you can smell it, you can taste it in the air. The shift has started. It's where you ain't gonna be no more lying about your streams. Like, it don't matter how thotty and no matter how much you twerk and show your butt and all that. It's about to get back to, do you have skills for real? If you don't, you ain't got no business touching a mic. Those are the days in hip hop I miss. The art. Bars. If you ain't got no bars, if you ain't got no artistic creativity about you, you gonna fall to the wayside. And that's exactly what I miss. That's exactly what I've always appreciated about hip hop as a whole. And since a lot of the black community takes its cues from hip hop culture, it's only natural for that ideology to begin spilling into the black community. And now, eventually, whether it's the next generation or generation after that, they would no longer view being stupid as the cool thing to be. Things will return to what it once was. Like, it's cool to try to be smart so you can make stuff happen in this world. It's cool to learn stuff so you can do stuff. But yo, those are just my random thoughts. Me rambling. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Yo, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Share this video. Support the channel through Cash App, $Cobra Clutch 357. I'm out.